Team Fortress 2, Team Fortress 2. When you think of the best two games in their said categories, these three letters probably pop up in your head because you found this video. Titanfall 2 or Team Fortress 2. They're both well known in their said game categories. For a fast movement shooter with big funny robots, it's Titanfall 2. No shit. But in the hero shooter type category, it's Team Fortress 2. Who would have guessed? Because I would have sex with all the mercs. Even though they would probably fucking kill me. Medic would probably just take all my organs, which still kill me, but I would have sex first, and I'm kind of going to lie, they're pretty hot. I'm not gay, but if I had the opportunity, alright. No! I'll have to cut that out. No! Both of these series are so well known, and both of them are abandoned by their developers. Who would have fucking guessed? But they're so beloved by their community. Example, Team Fortress 2 has a bunch of fan projects. You got tf2 Classic and a bunch of others, while Titanfall 2 seems to just have North Star, but the modding scene is just as high as Team Fortress 2. And that got me thinking, what if we mix them together? Hear me out. This is if I could, I would, TF2 and TF2. Now, just like everyone hidden in my basement, I know, such an original joke. You're probably wondering how we're gonna organize this shit fest. Well, don't worry, I got you. First stage, we're gonna do the campaign, then we're gonna do the multiplayer, then the bonus shit. The bonus shit is like PvE, actually, does it really give a shit about the order? PvE and all of that things. The side modes, bonus content, DLT, advertisements, how everything I think would go. And why I think this would be an S-tier game. Do you like me breathing? Oh, don't you? Don't you like it? Please laugh, I'm desperate. This is like my first YouTube video. Where are we going to take the campaign? How do we explain the campaign? Everything with the campaign. Like, what's going on? I got you. So, this campaign, we're going to have it be mostly in the Titanfall world. It's like a mixed universe. I would prefer it to be the art style of TF2, but because everything's cartoony, I don't give a shit. Just don't make it just one side over the other. Like, both of them have to be referenced because it's them two mixed together. Like, I don't want it just be like, oh, all Titanfall with just funny TF2 weapons. That just doesn't seem right. If you mix them together, this isn't like Modern Warfare 3, but with advanced movement. So, the campaign, I'm thinking the backstory behind it is someone grabs that time watch and the dimension ability. Because in Titanfall, you have the ability to go into another dimension, and then the ability to go back in time. But only in the campaign, because I don't know what fun is. And some dumbass does it at the same time, and then both of them merge. And that's the campaign you're playing. I think the setting should be more serious. I know TF2 is silly, but it was originally really, really serious. For like the first 2 months, even if that, I'm not 100% sure. It actually had a really cool serious tone, and I want to kind of bring that back. Especially with the advanced movement, the Titans, and everything else, I think we can really stretch this ability out and like maximize it, cover the most amount of the roof of content, and make it really, really good. So, what would be the setting? Of course, it would be red versus blue. And I was thinking, oh, he's on one team or the other, the Spartan. But that would be stupid, because you play as, in Titanfall 2, a third party that doesn't like them. So that's what you play as. And the hired mercs are the main enemies of the campaign. And they do assassination attempts against BT and the pilot. While you play as a third person entirely. Because BT and the pilot can die. And they will your first playthrough. You might be able to save them the first couple of times, but you're no. They will do tons of different assassination attempts. Of course, the first merc we'll introduce, because it's assassination attempts, is the spy. I don't even know why I have to say that. It's so fucking easy! Well, maybe sniper. Them two could be first. Maybe at the same time. That would be a pretty cool way. Do them in groups of 2. And the last one, we introduce the medic with the heavy and the pyro. But either or, I want them to get introduced by showing how terrifying the are, just by just stacking bodies. Just easy. You thinking you're safe? Boom, sniper freaking shoots down everyone else. Because you're not the main target. It's everyone else. And your job is to kill them. And about the 5th level, then they have their eyes on you. Which is why that's the max BT and the pilot will live. As we all know, Cooper, who is a fucking newbie that somehow got good. Because main antagonist, plot armor. But also this allows us to kill good characters. So, not that I don't like the characters, it's just I want to build up these ones. Because it's an alternate world. And it makes it more, like, intimidating. Like, imagine, oh, BT and them, you see them being badasses killing titans. These 9 show up, they drop like flies. Like, they are the counter to, like, anything this little organization starts. Oh, they just started the Spartan Project. Well, they have these 9 mercs. And you might be thinking, why are they so bad? You kill one in almost the beginning of the campaign. This is when we have some fun. So, at first, you don't even know it's him. You're talking with Cooper. BT and them are showing you the ropes as a Spartan. A Spartan is an advanced pilot that has to go through more training before they can handle being a Spartan. It's like the super soldier. It's like a pilot versus a Spartan is like a human to a pilot. Can they kill the other? Can, like, a human kill a pilot? Yeah, but good fucking luck. They're moving at Mark 20, basically. They have giant robot titans. They're quick. They're super soldiers. Now put that advantage and times it by 2 against the Spartan. The Spartan is just the better pilot, but because it's harder to do, and also that explains how he can use everything so easily. And you do the AI test, and I'm pretty sure what's happened here. He basically goes, you pass, choose your AI core. And before then, he goes, real quick, I'll give you some time to think by yourself, and I'll come and get you. You go, you're looking at your cores, just seeing which one you want. Don't worry, you get BTT, but you don't have to. You fucking monster. And so while you're in there choosing your thing, also giving your character some design, so the customization in the multiplayer can also be in the campaign, which I think is great. And I'm thinking of more of a Reach vibe where it's like everyone dies around you. And then the Cooper comes in and goes, follow me, when actually he's the spy. But you don't know this. You just started playing the game. And because a rule I like to pull is the Half-Life rule. And this rule means almost never you take away control from the player. Only in 2 scenarios I'll allow you this rule to be broken. Near the beginning of the campaign and near the end. Where it's that ending and beginning cutscene. No quick time events though. Those kind of suck. Maybe you could use the campaign to do dialogue like New Vegas, which I am completely fine with that, because then instead of a bit shitty click A on your keyboard, it's more than just click A on your keyboard like I just said. It's like as I said before I paused the thing, because remember spacebar stops the recording. I'm keeping that in the recording. So instead of just going, oh shit, alright, we beat the game, that's shit. What if instead you had dialogue options to try to save Cooper in them? And if you did replays, you can guaranteed save him. As I said, he dies early, indeed, but you can prevent them by just shooting the mercs, which you might think, okay, you've been talking about avoiding the mercs, killing them. If you can kill them all by like the first like 10 levels, then what are the other 20 to 30 for? Yeah, max I want to make it 30 levels, and bare minimum 15. And you might be thinking, well then what the fuck are the others going to do? Well, this is where it shows a very interesting thing about the mercs. They can come back after death. Holy shit, and they are armed with titans. I think this would make them such a good threat and really interesting. Imagine you just blow this spy's head off after fucking murdering Cooper. The anger's in your eyes if you're a Titan 1 fan, if you're a Titan 2 fan. But if you're a Titan 1 fan, I mean Titan... Not really known the character because he wasn't really that built up. You might be thinking, why? But I still gotta kill this fucker. And you kill him. And the only way he gives it away is when he just kills Cooper. And then BT pulls out a giant gun and shoots the spy. And then he fucking dies. But you could shoot the spy and everything else. But the whole point is, at first, you're not going to know. That's what makes it cool. But you're probably wondering now, how do you build them up? Well, through the helmet when you get BT for your body. I mean, not for the body, for the new Titan. BT says I would prefer the old mech, and you can choose the old Titan or the new one. Either or, they gets upgraded and built, and it doesn't really matter. It's more of an aesthetic change. But you can take it out and whatever. But how you do it is through hologramic memories. Every time you die or whatever, to give you motivational speech. No, I'm keeping that in. Fuck you, D&D and Twitch. Make it more into thing. Like, it's like Batman Arkham Asylum deaths, but instead of going, little man, it's Cooper in them. The only time they're actually full Arkham Asylum death things where there's some mercs insulting you, you're gonna look up, mate. You're gonna look up at me a lot. Bonk! How long does it take to be a moron to death? Time's up, you're dead. It's their boss fights. Because they're boss fights, and I figured that'd be fine. But now with them upgraded, would it be a linear or an open world? I'm thinking linear open. So you could at least, when you go back for the unique dialogue, you can play it in like 3 different ways. You can do a stealth run, a loud run, a mixed run, and you can have like 3 alternate paths. I think that should be fine. And especially for this game that's about move, 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 and with giving rocket jumps, grenade jumps, and everything else, I think it'll be fine. I think a lot of people would love it. And secrets. Secrets, I like the idea that every secret gives you a toy to play with. So example, finding chips that are audio logs or just a giant wall of text of lore should give you upgrades. Like, oh, you found this lore? Well, because this was based around Titan, this is a Titan upgrade. This one's around Spartan, so it's a Spartan upgrade. And it allows you to get more toys. You can find more hidden weapons. You can find attachments. You can find bullet types. You can find grenade launchers. And then you're going to have these little areas in between, near the beginning and near the end, that goes to the next level. And real quick, I'm going to go ahead and get this established. I want to make this 4-player split screen co-op. So you can play it with the homies no matter where you are. Offline by yourself, you got your friend there? Fuck it. You're there online, you can just do it there. So now everything can be enjoyed by everybody. And I think that's okay. Also, it's not that hard. makes it really intense. Also fun, good memories. And instead of damage ramp up by just going, oh, everyone's tankier, yeah, sure, we'll do that for some sections. I want to make it where the AI just gets smarter, so you're both forced to work together. That's fine, in my opinion. But what was this whole point about finding secrets and all that? Well, there's these areas called laptops on a box. And how you do it is you interact with it, you put the hacker knife into it, and the computer opens up and it gives you a bunch of options. And there's 4 types. Weapons, explosives, kill streaks, and Titan. I'm pretty sure if you played the funny game Modern Warfare 3 Survival, I'm pretty sure you're going to know what I'm going to say. If not, I'll say it for you. Don't worry, I got you. The first one is just you can purchase any gun that you've grabbed. If you have grabbed it once in the campaign, you can use it. That means, oh, I beat the last level and got the aimbot pistol. Well, I don't give a shit. That means you beat the campaign already. Have some fun with the aimbot pistol. Play it on harder difficulties with it. You're the one who played it and unlocked. I don't see the issue here. I want to upgrade it. Go ahead. You just need to find the upgrades. And the upgrade for it is in the final level. It's just kind of like it encourages people to play, and also you're not forced to use the same weapon. Like, you might think, oh, I upgraded the shit out of this weapon, even though in the campaign I'll make it where you can only upgrade it once. You might be like, well, what's the point? You got infinite ammo. That's a good point. So why does it matter what guns you use? Make them all really, really good, and just have them where the player can use whatever he wants. He can have up to 3 weapons. You can have 3 primaries, 3 rocket launchers, 3 pistols. It doesn't really give him a shit, because it's the player. Who gives a fuck? He's going against AI. Oh no, you're hurting the AI's feelings. But also at the end, if you've explored everything, killed the bosses, which every boss gives you upgrades, not just for your Titan, but also you, by giving you more tools on your tool set. And I think it would make it more interesting. And you might be thinking, well, reloading, kind of random, and I know you just answered this for me by saying infinite ammo, but how are you going to treat reloading? Are you going to give it an ammo supply, a cooldown, like how? Well, if we've known the good game Gears of War, turn it into a game. Press X or R on your keyboard, a little line pops up that dashes to one end of the screen. You know, like those things, those timing mini games. One of those. If you just click it and do nothing, it will be the normal reload speed. Click it and fuck up the mini game, you get a hindered reload speed, and the gun will jam if you try shooting it during the reloading. Wow. If you click the blue line, which is winning the game, you get an increased reload speed, increased reload speed, and a damage bonus for just like a minute. It encourages people to play the little mini game, because now there's no highs and lows like Halo, which I like Halo, I like Team Fortress 2, and I like Titanfall, because I'm making this video about, 2 of the 3. But one thing I don't like is being like, reloading is like that downtime where it's really on its toes, and it's like, why can't you just turn it into a mini game? It's right there, no one will complain about it, and it rewards skillful players. And you might be thinking, well, couldn't you just remember it? Well, then have it randomized between 3 spots. That's it. I think that would be really cool. And the increased reload speed and the damage bonus means no matter which one of the 3 spots it is, you're always getting a benefit. Near the end, well, the reload benefit isn't that much important because you're already almost done, but now it's just, there we go, finish, here's some flex tape. And the damage bonus will be a tiny bit longer. Near the beginning, yeah, the reload bit is almost instantly. Reloading is a little weak, the damage is a little weaker. In the middle, you have the medium reload speed and the medium damage. It's basically the medium shot between the 2. And you can choose, but again, random. Like, it's like, okay, I don't want the beginning one. I'm just going to do it normally. It's whatever you want. Sorry about that rant. I just think that would be really cool and make the campaign more fun. And also multiplayer, survival, bonus, and whatever. Now, what else? Like, how are you gonna unlock more tools that isn't just campaign related? I mean, not just campaign. Like, the tf2 mercs, they have special abilities, like the Scout's speed boost and the grappling hook. Well, everyone on default has that, including your Spartan in this campaign. I don't see an issue with that because everyone used those, and I'm pissed. In the Titanfall campaign, I couldn't use anything else. Oh yeah, I just get the shitty invisibility. Fantastic. That's like the worst power up to get. Why can't I play with the rest of the tool set? So pressing shift or the stick button will activate the speed boost, and you're always on maximum speed, so no need for a sprint button. Just make it the adrenaline button, and then the grappling hook. I think that's fine, and a lot of people would like that because that means the two faster abilities are granted to everyone, and all the other abilities have a chance to shine. Because some people are like, oh, give everyone the grappling hook. Well, then I know what everyone else is going to get. It's the speed boost. Because in a movement shooter, you're going to want to grab the movement. It's kind of like going in an eating contest. You're going to grab the food with the least amount of food, because that's just a good advantage. And the only reason why you'll grab the others is because you're bored, you're hungry, or you don't give a shit. In the campaign, let me play with everything! So, like the Titans, you can press F1 to switch your loadout. Well, the Titans and your abilities, which is your grenades and things like that. I think that's fine. You can have up to 9 because 9 mercs, 9 abilities, and you can swap them out. Means, yes, you can press pause, go, I want the demo Claymore, and then just go crazy. Who gives a shit? And unique abilities and kill streaks for each merc, but you're Spartan, you get access to all of them because you're the Spartan. Master Cheeks, can you tell me what you're doing in that Discord call? Sir, group. I think that this campaign about killing the mercs, this will breathe more life into this world. Yeah, sure, it might be not as compelling. I think it would be, because BT now has to mourn another loss. In this one, it was built up more. And if we want to take a note from Infinite Warfare, we could even add a little robot buddy, because robots are fucking amazing! And we could be like, I was born to kill, sir, with the Spartan, and it's like your 4 other companions, which you can turn off if you want. They could be just split screen exclusives. If you want, you can just play with them, or you can get them in survival mode. Which are these, respectively. You have the Spartan, which is player 1, a robot, which is player 2, another Spartan, which is player 3, and another robot that's player 4. Don't judge me. And also, because we want to think this would be cool, because Halo Infinite did it, with your like arms and legs, you can switch it to robot arms and legs to support amputees. Because I think that's pretty badass. Also, there's a lot of really cool robot arms you could do. Like, come on. And also, we'll offer every fucking color of the rainbow. 343, you piece of shit! I'm gonna have to turn that down. Okay, but what is the spice? As my intense phone said. What is the spice, the flavor, the reason you played the campaign? Well, one, I think the campaign, if you play through, gives you cosmetics. I'm thinking Halo Reach, because that system was fucking god tier, where you get points and everything has a different amount of points. And like, who knows, maybe, oh, the battle pass? You could maybe like 10,000 for a battle pass. So you could pay for it, and that means you would just get a double XP post or whatever. I think the battle pass system is fucking shitty, but knowing these high-end corporations, they're going to do that. But I can just avoid this and just pretend everyone's working under Valve, which means it's never coming out. Fuck. But the campaign would simply just be one tiny weeny thing. Just ginormous killing the mercs. That's the campaign. Those are your main villains. red and blue at the end after you manage to kill the respawn project, which is how they keep coming back. The red and blue are just right there. Like, not their high-end corpse, because that would be fucking stupid to be in a battlefield. They show up on screens, and all they do is they just smile. And they go, one step back usually means someone else is going 2 steps backwards. Most scenarios, I would be panicking that my soldiers have just been killed, especially my best ones. And of course, this whole thing, I'm pretty sure you know the whole spiel. And he confirms that there's more of them, and the mercs come and kill the Spartan at the end. If you want a sequel, then maybe you could have them barely escape, but BT would sacrifice himself. Oh yeah, you can actually save Cooper, I'm thinking up to level 5. But then the mercs would just kill him, because they're really fucking good at their job. If you've been alive since the year 1990s, or like, you're old for around a long time, and every time you die you just come back, you're going to know a lot of shit. So, yeah, they're pretty fucking good. And the expected difficulty that we think would be fair, as in the you know, when you click on it and be like, this is the intended difficulty, this is the if you want to challenge, this is if you just want to play casually, and this is that you're new to shooters in general. It's hard of course. That's what I think would make a god tier campaign. I know it isn't great, it's nothing like different, like whoa, people that can come back from the dead as the main enemies, working for a high corp that they feel like they can't escape from. How original. But it's like, do you really play Titanfall for originality, or you just play for the big badass robots? But adding this, I feel like, would give a little more layers, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. Well, that's what I think would the campaign be. Take it, other me, that does the multiplayer. God, that one's going to be much longer. Oh, shit. Alright, we're going to take this in 3 simple steps. We're going to go in class order, but first, before I go do the classes, I will tell you things that are for all of them, and then we'll talk about the Titans. So first, that goes to everything, then we'll talk about the classes, then we'll talk about the Titans. I think this would make this really simple and really easy to keep in track. So Titans last, everything first, and it just makes everything a little easier to keep a track. Alright? Good, schmakey. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, no, that wasn't funny. Alright, things that all the mercs are going to have. Of course, I would add to all of them grenades, a progression system, and you might be confusing what the progression system is. Modern Warfare 3's rank system where you to every gun. So you can basically progression in 2 different ways. So you can make a prestige at something. For example, you can first say, okay, I want my scattergun to have a faster switch speed, and then you have actual attachments. Aim down sights, why not add them? They wouldn't really add much, but it does add something, and maybe we can add a damage bonus to it, so it could actually motivate players to aim down sights. Another thing I would add is Call of Duty's Ghost Pick 10 system for perks, because then you get more customization out of the bunch, and I think that would be about it, aside from the normal class differences. Never mind, I lied. We could also add another thing to all the 9 classes. You know that the newest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 or 2. Why is the name the same? One of them is literally just an update to the other. Either or. It has this cool little ability where you have your tactical and lethal grenades. If you click both of the buttons, you get a bonus thing, like a shield or something. We could add that as well, for a little extra pizzazz and customization, maybe. And most of the classes would be able to equip 3 weapons, a primary, a melee, and a secondary, which I will point out the others that don't, but for the most part, these are the main rules. All classes have the Pick 10 system from Ghost at the bottom that they can do different perks. They all have kill streaks, they have that little weird bonus thing where they can get like ammo and all of that, attachments, ways to a progression system to every gun, progression systems themselves, for like cosmetics of course. Halo Reach-like system, because that system is the best system. And the kill streaks, of course, I'm going to take it from Modern Warfare 3, the old one, not the new one, is where you can have a kill streak and a perk streak and a support streak. I added the perk streak, which I think will be fine. It's like basic, you know, when you're like owning a lot. I'm pretty sure it still is in Call of Duty anyways. Well, at least the good ones. You know, like that lose assist thing? You can basically have a perk all around that, but instead of when you die, it's when you're doing well. And then have one for when you eat crap. For everybody. So yeah. What would make Scout unique from the Horde? What would make him shoot to play me? I'm the fast one. I'm the one that you came here for. Well, I would want to make Heavy the mascot just for the tradition. But if you want faster than all the other classes, you'll pick Scout. He is naturally the fastest one without speed boost. And if you include speed boost, he's still the fastest. And he can catch up to classes like the Heavy with his speed boost. But everyone can wall run, they can double jump. Then what does that give for Scout? He naturally has a triple jump. Because he's just that fucking awesome. And he is, again, the fastest class. Okay, so we've established that he's the fastest and has the most mobility. And everyone has the grappling hook and speed boost. What's his arsenal? Well, everyone has two different types of grenade. You know, I will kill a bitch and I will blind a motherfucker. You know, basically those two. Yeah, you can choose two. And if you click them both at the same time, you get, like, ammo pack, gun pack, shitty turret, you know, whatever. And I'm thinking for his kill streaks, I would make it all the classes have like two different types of kill streaks they can choose for. And because he's in the first three classes of offense, it goes offense, defense, support. So because he's the offense one, he has kill streaks and perk streaks. Grenades, you can kind of guess. He's more of an incendiary. Like, he can grenade jump. So yes, I would want to add that into it. You take reduced damage to your own explosives, no matter which ones they are. It could be from a shitty grenade launcher to a grenade, C4, you name it. The reason why is I want increased movement for all the classes. I don't care if the fat man flies over the building. I think it's funny as shit and it fits. So yeah, they all have the grenade jumps, but he doesn't have ones that damage him, like, at all. He doesn't get damage from explosions in any way. That is his own. So he has grenades that fuck with your crosshairs. So if he perfectly times a grenade, it will make your crosshair do a circle. Now you're probably wondering, doesn't that sound unfun? Don't worry, you have ways of countering it. You can, because it's a circle, just do the opposite way. I'm acting like you can see my screen. So naturally, let's say there's a circle crosshair. I probably will edit this on after. A circle crosshair. And it always goes to the left, making a constant circle where your crosshair is. So you just always do a constant to the right a little faster, and you can control your character again. And it only lasts for like 1 to 2 seconds. But yeah, that's his unique grenade, and then generic grenades, which you can also switch out for like bear traps or something. But yeah, that's his arsenal. Unique. I'm not gonna go through his unique kill streaks and all that, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fumbled and don't remember. And also, I'm not gonna name off all of them. I want you all to get creative. Add some chats and activate some talks in the chat of what you would think would be unique kill streaks. I can name one off that would be unique for the Scout. It would just be named Big Ball, and all you need is 1 kill for it. And you just smack the Sandman ball, and it does the stun mechanic. But because you can't spam it, because you don't own it, it's a part of the kill streak, I think it would be fine. And also, as hard as balls to hit. It's like the knife. You have a lot of times fuck it up. It's like, oh man, I'm so good. Shit, I missed. And then you die. As God intended. But, yeah, that's the whole Scout. He is a faster paced class. He prefers shotgun, a pistol, and a melee, but you could exchange him out for the primary is shotgun for like an assault rifle, and the secondary for SMGs. Pistols and SMGs are shared between the classes that can. The Scout's stock, assuming you don't put attachments, you don't have perks or anything. You just go straight out. Why would you not use perks? You fucking weirdo. You're given the sandbox, but that's besides the point. His default would be scattergun, pistol, and a bat. You would have the snare grenades and a normal, just bear traps. You would have the wall-like thing. You click the both buttons to activate both of them, like the grenade and the bear traps. So we'll just say they're G8. Probably not, but we'll just say for the example, you click both of them, you slam a wall on the ground, which they can easily break, or just run around, or millions of different things. But yeah, that's kind of the Scout's whole stick, I think, would be in this faster movement shooter. You have upgradable kill streaks and all of this other stuff, but Scout is still the fast boy. And we use the Modern Warfare 3 perks to get rid of a lot of weapon swaps. I meant attachments, but either or, Scout's fast boy, that's his weapon loadout. That's his tool belt.
Yes!
Okay, now we're doing the soldier. Do you know something I just realized? Titans. Yeah, they exist. But with this whole system, every class would have grenades and rocket launchers. So I'll go ahead and address this here. Demo and Soldier have the strongest versions of our rocket launchers. And their killstreak variants are even worse. And all the classes' killstreak variants are the other classes' bare minimum. And you can only have one clip. So, soldiers, you know that cool little rocket launcher that shoots 4 rockets? I will probably put an image on the screen. That's his. Demos can shoot 6 pipes, and Demo can shoot 4 missiles. And also, missiles can aim lock onto Titans, and you can just shoot them normally and rocket jump and all of that if you want. This allows their Titan shredders. And also engineer killers, but, you know, don't worry, Spy gets a cool buff in this system. But Soldier, he is a Titan shredder. And because of his rockets, his utility, his adaptability, he can rocket jump. He default has the Market Gardener. So, yeah, he's stupid fast. Well, of course, he's the second slowest class in the game. But remember, every class can double jump and wall run, and give him grenade jumps and rocket jumping. Enough said. But his unique thing from the Horde is his rocket launcher. His default loadout, you won't guess, is rocket launcher, shotgun, and grenade. I mean, fuck. The gardener. So he starts off with a banner, because I think that would be fine. And you're probably wondering, as I'm snapping my fingers, wondering what's gonna happen. What is explosives? It's a grenade and a weird frisbee spike spinning thing. This joke isn't funny, but I'm going to continue it anyways. But yeah, that's kind of his whole shtick. He's the Titan killer. Can he deal with low personnel? Oh yeah, he can deal with the Scout, the Soldier, the Heavy, and all of them. But them against the Heavy and all of them, the Heavy will, especially in in medium to melee range, he will win, the Heavy. But in like longer to like basically killing Titans and shit, he gets a damage bonus too. Low personnel, soldier has 90 damage rocket launchers. Ooh, and the demo does 100. But his is also curved, but he gets 6 of them. While the soldier gets 4 and he reloads all 4 of them at once. The demo has to reload his one by one. Basically, soldier's a Titan killer with a huge amount of mobility and is mostly a Titan killer. He does have a rocket launcher, which everyone can use, but he has stronger variants. Because he's the soldier. He gets the stronger rocket launchers. It just makes sense to me. He's that class with the rocket launcher. And in Titanfall 2, rocket launchers are Titan shredders. Well, same thing as the grenade launchers, so I made them both it. Yeah, I'm proud of that. Pyro, one of the fun rainbow classes. I call him Rainbow because he has the ability of doing multiple roles. Yeah, you could W him one and die immediately. You could go combo Pyro. There's a lot of strategies with Pyro. Even though a lot of people don't like him. And people think he should be removed or he shouldn't have all but air blast, and I just go cringe. But when I think about the Pyro, ignore that. When I think about the Pyro in this setting, fast movement shooter, how is he going to work? Well, he could still have his air blast, and you could increase his fire damage, so it's a little easier because everyone is in boots on the ground. So you would have to track the player, go in for like the flames, do a little curve as well, like the pipes, and all of that. But still, Pyro would be kind of a joke when you think about it. Okay, everyone can teleport one side to the other, rocket jump, blast jump, everything. How would Pyro work? So one, I would give him a triple jump too, but it would be like the thermal thruster. So the third jump would have a readable animation compared to the Scout's just third jump. There's a clear difference between Scout and Pyro. Second thing, you know how there's no reloading? And if so, then it's the little mini game. Pyro's primary wouldn't have one, like the heavies. Because, minigun and flamethrower. So that means he gets an alternate fire. And I think is really cool. So again, primary fire is, the flames with the curve. We do increase damage. So you're still able to kill things with the flames, but people have so many options to get out of it. And healing options and everything else. Literally because you can hold a portable med kit on you. It makes it harder. Air blast, you can reflect projectiles, all that whole shebang. De-ignite players, but also I think it would be kind of cool if it did a little gas attack as well. So when you air blast, you can kind of hold the air blast button to cover people in oil. Would it be that useful? Probably not. Would it be cool? Probably. And maybe you could have it do like increased damage, even when other people shoot him to ignite him. So if you air blast someone, it also covers them in an oil. So there's a reason to air blast someone for combo Pyro, because combo Pyro is now a high risk, high reward, because it's harder to get people into those scenarios. So if you burn them, air blast them, now they're taking like triple damage. You Pyro stun them, so that's going to kill most of the classes. And if you're like heavy or soldier or a demo with the boots on or whatever, still able to tank the damage, you pull out your melee and just delete him from this world. But remember grenades and all that, and if you time it right, you could actually clog Pyro's flamethrower, which I think would be good and cool too. So you can have like counterplay to his air blast. Like if you just air blasted and you throw it right onto his flamethrower, like right where the barrel is, it clogs it up. So you have to waste some ammo to get it out. And then his reload button. You hold it, and if you know in Pre-Fortress 2, he gets a little missile. There it is. Now he has something to, like, rocket jump with. It allows him to... Wait, it can actually hear me touching skin? That is so weird. It actually allows you to make the distance, because you can rocket jump up to him. And yes, you can already guess every class has the grenades, and his thing could be a Molotov to put people in more or less advantageous positions where they have to stake onto the walls. But it's not the end of the world. He still has grenades. He now has 2 options for damage, and he gets a shotgun and a flare gun. Who would have guessed? And his melee, which is the 3rd degree instead of the soldier's market gardener. It encourages you to, set people on fire and hit people with die melee. Pyro isn't anything crazy. Of course, he still has the armor, the syringe gun, the Pick 10 system, all of that. All their weapons have the attachment system. But I think this little system would be pretty good. Give him the ability to air blast, etching, covering people in gas. Fire does increase damage. Also, the little, when you get on fire, the little tick that you get, like you jump into the air, I would tone that down. So it's not as annoying. But yeah, that's basically kind of it for Pyro. I know he's short and sweet, but that's about all I can think about him. That still keeps him as the close range juggernaut, but allows him to make the distance and also do all of that. Because his armor, his health, and I'd probably bump his health back to 225. But in the scenario that we test the game and it turns out it's too OP, it's fine. It's fine. We can bring him back. But now he can have ways to make the distance aside from his grenades. He has his rockets. He can fully charge the rockets, do like a Molotov. He still has Molotovs. He has the 3rd jump, which is the 3rd degree jump. The thermal thruster jump and all of that. I really like how that would go, and just the ways that Pyros could do mind games. And it would allow Pyro to be actually a soldier in demo counter, in a weird way. Aha! Soldier, you think you can beat me with that puny rocket launcher? The Pyro gets up, and just air blasts back his missile, and then he just fucking dies. It would be genius. Yeah, that's about it for soldier. I'm keeping all the bloopers in. I'm pretty proud of this one. That's Pyro. I like Pyro. Well, I like all 9 of the mercs, but I think they're all unique in their own ways, and I think this would benefit them all. And this is what I think would benefit the Pyro the most. Alright, the Demo Man. The funny explosive class. Soldier's Titan. So what would the demo be? Same thing. Except demo will be a little harder, but deal more damage. So soldier with directs will have to hit with like 2 to 3 of them to kill most classes. And soldier and heavy, he would have to do his charge shot or something. Basically, he has to do more shots. So soldier will have to do about 4 directs for the kill a heavy, and then the demo will do 3. So he's just more of the tank. Not more of the tank. He's more of a damage dealer than the soldier because he's also explosive, more mobility. He's kind of the trapper. He has claymores, grenades, the sticky launcher, which is you can detonate whenever you want. You do not miss until you If you don't know, I wasn't lagging. I just say dat. Dat. And his his new grenade pipe, not his dick. Let's be honest, it's small, like mine. It would be kind of cool if you could also get an attachment where you can choose when to det. And again, direct hit pipes do the same, or they stick to them, and they do maximum damage. So you can have them run into his team, and then kaboom! That would be fucking great. Just imagine you go up to your medic, he's low on HP, you stick the heavy, and then, cheers lad, boom! Actually, that'd be kind of funny if they used like Overwatch lines and shit, like they would use the lines from other games. And any time like the actors get told about like, why are you using Overwatch lines, they just start talking gibberish. But it's like, what are you talking about? And then they do get like drunk off their ass. Yes. Demo, I don't have too much to say, like everyone else. Like, not like too much to say because I don't have ideas for him. It's because most of his shit has already been explained. His grenades is going to be like the Ulbracaber. He gets the 3 weapons, attachments, a grenade, the sticky Legion launcher, which are both seen as a primary. He gets double jump like everyone else, except for Scout and Pyro. There's nothing really too much to discuss, is because he's kind of straightforward. He deals with Titans way better. So, and if you can aim with the curve, it's kind of good. While Soldier, it's the good beginner, and Demo's the trapper. That's kind of my distinction between them. So yeah, I don't got too much to say, but that's how I feel that would go. If you got any ideas, go talk in the comments. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm not saying their kill streaks, if you forgot, because this is a long-ass video, I want to do some talking, some TBD talking with the kill streaks of all 9 classes. So, yeah, if you have ideas for each of the classes, go tell them in the comments. Ah, yes, the comics! So fucking stupid. Why did they ruin them? I don't want just funny. I want more. Please, Valve, give me an update. Finish the comics, please. Okay, I'm done. I think that's enough for the demo. I don't got much to say. It's because there's nothing too much to talk about. Yes, he still has his 8 stickies. Yes, he has 4 pipes and everything else. But there's nothing too much to talk about, not in a way that he's boring, in a way that he's kind of similar to the Soldier. Yeah. Alright, the Heavy, the mascot, the guy that you see on the front of the cover of Team Fortress 2. And then you have the Titan, which is not on the cover of Titanfall 2. Not the minigun one, at least. Why? He looks the coolest. And whatever, half of the Titans are BS to go against anyways. But I'm pretty sure most people hate going against all the Titans. Except for, like, I don't know, one. And I don't know its name. But how are we going to do Heavy? Well, duh, I'm going to do the one thing. Of course, he has double jump and the ability to rev and run. All of that fun shenanigans. But what does he have? What is his kit? Well, one, instead of that big plop and sticky that Demo has, that's like the death bomb. You know, the pipes. I have it in my head and I messed this up. No what? Fuck it. I'm continuing. You get all the screws and shit. The pipe. I'm just gonna give him a pipe bomb because I think it would be funny. A bunch of pipe bombs glued together so you can tell the heavies from the demos. Strips of dynamite. There it is. A bunch of dynamites next together and a bunch of pipe bombs. Pipe bombs is heavies. So, you know, there's still a unique little style between the two. Honestly, I'd be down with switching them. And then, of course, instead of grenades, well, he can still have it. He can have ammo that he can give to himself by tossing it to the ground. Or by, you know, a tiny weeny idea. Giving it to himself or teammates that need ammo. If you hand it to a teammate, they get overcharged ammo for needing to reload. If you give it to the Heavy, the minigun doesn't need to reload, so you don't have that reload minigame. It's like the normal minigun, but when you get it, you get an overcharge of it. And all things have a passive recharge. I'm kidding, no. The flamethrower and the minigun having a passive recharge? Ah, hell no. But their abilities do. Like the Pyro's missiles and the Heavy's charge shot. Oh yeah, I wanted to give Heavy a charge shot. That's like the shotgun. And then of course we give him a shotgun in the sandwich in the fist. And allow him with the fist to grab rockets and throw them back. It's not much, but I think this would actually make Heavy viable in those scenarios. You can still rocket jump, grenade jump, all of that. And who knows, maybe with the shotgun he has a stronger variant that deals more damage. And so much damage that it could boost him back. So it's not like as insane as rocket jumping, but it's like flare jumping. It's a pretty decent jump to. It's worth damaging yourself, but this is the Heavy, and this is a shotgun, so it doesn't. but you have less ammo. So when you need it, you're fucked. Unless you're just really good at the reloading minigame. But that's about heavy. I'll do all the Titans at the end. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can guess all the Titans, all 9 of them, and what the other ones would be. I'll get onto that later. Because I realized I hadn't been really talking and just talking about the mercs. But if you listened near the beginning, which just in case you forget and you're taking breaks between them, yeah, that's your refresher. So I just wanted this section to be a little longer because Heavy's kind of simple. But I think he would be really viable in these scenarios because he has more ways to adapt to it, and it would be funny. That should be an execution. Just him grabbing the scout by like the leg and tosses him. That would be comedian gold, but probably overpowered. At most, it would be a kill streak. Definitely a kill streak. 3 kills? Yeah. Well, that's all for the Heavy right now. Yeah. If you didn't notice, these are different takes, because I have to wait like a week before I can do the next one. Yeah, each class takes me about a week to do. Great. Alright, the engineer class, my favorite class. Well, I like all 9 of them, but that got me into tf2 was the engineer. So how do we do him in this advanced movement shooter? Well, one, he can already grenade jump and everything else, but what would be his base loadout? It would have to be better because the camping, not even camping, the whole down strategy is going to be really fucking hard when everyone has a grenade launcher or a bazooka. Yeah, sure, they're not as strong as the demos or the soldiers, but everyone has one. Oh, and there's Titans. How in God's clucking earth are we supposed to hold this down? So, we're going to first talk about the buildings, and then talk about the actual engineer. Right? Great. Okay, so I think he should get about 5 buildings. Maybe 6. So, the first building is, the Sentry. Who doesn't know about the fucking Sentry? The Sentry. It can go up to level 5. Thank you, phone, for the dramatic entrance. So yeah, level 5 Sentry. It does the same thing until the level 3. Then level 4, it gets a little sniper scopes on both of the barrels that do increased damage. And level 5 gives it armor and a little front shield plate, so you have to shoot it from behind or it gets reduced damage. Now you might be thinking that's bullshit. Here's the big issue. Classes like Scout and using the adrenaline on Scout or any of the classes will allow you to outrun it. The other one that doesn't follow this rule is Heavy Soldier. You know, the 2 slowest classes. But anything faster than them 2, well, maybe the medium classes. Demo probably can't do this. But basically the classes that don't shred it in the matter of seconds, if you use the adrenaline boost, which replaces your sprint button because you're always sprinting, you can outrun the Sentry's bullets. Like the kill streak one. But compared to the kill streak one, you have to use the adrenaline to outrun it. So if you don't have the adrenaline, well then you're fucked. I think this would allow more mind games and the engineer to get off his ass. But he still have his things. Because if there's a scout, the Sentry will target the scout and try to shoot him. And the moment he takes 1 damage, pops the adrenaline. Then he's sprinting past the bullet. The engineer is now going to chase down the scout. Then a soldier comes in and he just deletes his building. He starts panicking and then fucking dies. As God intended. Next, the dispenser. It only has 3, it has 5 levels like the others. Same to level 3. Then it adds a little barricade. And then it also, it heals nearby buildings. So, putting them together does way more, but now they're more squishy. Because all of them are together. If you know the issue with splash classes, you'll know exactly what I mean with squishy. Basically, just 1 or 2 demos or soldiers and you're fucked. Or just 1. Just boom, 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 and then it's gone. Evaporated. Didn't exist. Get out of here. You have no bitches. third building. It's the one that based around healing buildings. But this one, like it stacks with the dispenser. Only has one level. Only one heals every like 10 seconds. I mean, not 10. 2 seconds heals a building. Issue. If it has sustains fire by like the heavy or something, it's not living. Oh, and a nerf I forgot to mention. We're not giving them knockback, because if it gave them knockback, it would be stupidly, freakishly hard to counter them, which would be fine. This is a fast movement shooter, so it does give you knockback, but not to the same extent as normal. You can still like ride the bullets to get away from it. It's not like, okay, you jump and it shoots you with like 3 bullets and you're hitting the skybox. It needs to hit you with like 10 first. So, for most classes, you'll die before it launches you to New York. But you can still surf off of it by jumping. This is so the engineer can't just pop a sentry on the control point and you'll be good. Well, either or, it's probably fucked, because grenades and all that exist. But that's besides the point. The final building is the teleporter. By the way, I was thinking about also giving him a mini sentry, but you can decide if you like that one or not. And the teleporter, of course. We all love the teleporter. But instead, how the teleporter works, it goes into the spawn. You can destroy the entrance, and the engineer can always teleport to both teleporters, and all teammates can teleport to the exit, because the entrance is in the spawn. So you can still do engineering. So, yay! That's about his buildings, his crime of the crop, his absolute gold tier. But yeah, that's that. That's a silver little boy there. Now go get him, Randy. You might be confused. I was nicknaming the Sentry Randy. Don't question me. And then the next one, his arsenal. What would his arsenal be? Well, the shotgun, given an alternate fire that can heal buildings in exchange for metal. Then the next is his pistol, get alternate fire that does the short circuit in exchange for metal. Then the wrench, and then he has his PDAs, and that's about it. And his grenade is a repair nade that allows him to repair all buildings, and a normal grenade. That's about it. Nothing too hard, but I think this would really like stretch out what the classes can do, and I think it would make it more interesting. By the way, if you're hearing all the background things, it's because I'm in the living room and I have nowhere else to really record. Background music. Yay. I'm pretty happy with this one. Jet. Alright, medic. Medic is a strange case in an advanced medic shooter. Like, think about it. Like, this isn't exactly, like, this is Titanfall. How the fuck? Like, yes, there's Team Fortress 2 built into it, but how would medic work? Like, pocketing would be a real pain in the ass. But also, I realize when you play medic, there isn't really anything to it. It's just hold down beam, pull out your Crusader's crossbow to heal people, and if you're lucky, you get a melee hit. Let's be honest, a random crit, or die immediately. Like, medic isn't that complicated. His skill cap is staying the fuck alive, but that is also every class. But him is more exaggerated because of Uber. How do we make it better? That's honestly my thing, because medic is one of those classes that if you have him on your team, he is that fucking powerful. Can heal people. You know, 1 health to full health. No health kits required. He has a crossbow that can shoot halfway across the fucking map. And a melee that just regains 25% of his Uber. What the fuck? Well, yeah, no, there's two of those are side unlocks, but still. What the fuck do you do with him? Well, one, I would probably combine the syringe gun and the nail gun together. Make the primary fire the syringe gun and the alternate fire the crossbow. Well, they're both really... Well, the crossbow is really, really fucking good. And the syringe gun is only good when you're retreating. Because if you are able to run back, they charge at you, but you're faster than him, you will just kill him. Because everyone just goes, medic, easy target, and then you die. Well, not you, but him. Sometimes the other, but actually, what do we do with him? Well, advanced movement shooter, his grenade, I'm pretty sure everyone can guess what the fuck his grenade will be. Well, at least his unique one. Before the generic normal grenade. That it basically a heal grenade. You toss it, and people in a range get healed. Sounds good. It's a fast movement shooter, so people won't really group up. Hopefully there's payload maps, because then that'd actually be a really cool map. Like, you have to stand still or be in the bubble to push the objective. And because of the fast, like, style of it, with the Titans and everything else, it's a real risk, but you can't push it while you're in the Titan. Anyways, medic. So, again, primary is a Crusader's crossbow and a syringe gun mix. We're going to buff the syringe gun a little bit, that it can fire farther before it starts going down. Basically, you can shoot a good mile before it goes, and then, it hits the ground. And Crusader's crossbow, everyone knows what that does. You shoot it, uses a big chunk of your ammo, and you can heal someone from far away, or you deal damage. But because they're combined, I'm not going to give it the damage attribute. The medigun will just be stock. You heal for a little bit, and after a good amount of time, you gain invincibility when you choose to activate it once it's above 100%. Then after that, you have your melee weapon, which is, we're just going to make the bone saw, but your ability to taunt to give an AoE heal. That is like your grenade, but think of it more like a dispenser heal. It's not going to be like instant, 50 health to everybody. It's a little more slower, so then people that are just near you in the next 30 seconds will stay healed, or will be getting a passive heal that will build your Uber. So yeah, it's nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, but I'm thinking this would really impact the medic gameplay. But also the hardest part, and I know this will be the hardest part, staying alive. Oh yeah, you're fast, but you got a fucking Nerf gun for your primary weapon. And yeah, sure, we could give him like a cool double ability where, like the other cards, you click your grenade and the other button, or something like that. But what the fuck do we give him to stay alive? Well, the issue with medic, if you give him something to stay alive easier, like a way to defend himself without taking that much skill, you'll eat shit. Like, the syringe gun isn't bad, but there's a Crusader's crossbow that exists in Team Fortress 2. Now imagine the needle gun and a fast movement shooter and the ability to just grant Ubers. I know the harder part will be staying track with your pocket, which means Heavy would probably be one of the easier ones to keep track with because he's one of the slower classes. So people would rally behind him, and then it would be a big fight back and forth. And one thing I'm just going to point out now, when in the medic one, is I'm expecting these to be like 5 CP, capture the flag, fucking payload. Things that your team is expected to group up in some areas and spread out. I'm not expecting like team deathmatch, because then everyone would just probably pick the tougher classes, and medic and them wouldn't be that good. You'd still probably be good, but it would be a pain in the ass. But yeah, he would be more of the supporter, and I think that would grant a lot more flexibility to him, because he could heal and everything else. But his primary having 2 alternate fires, his medigun, you could press R, the reload button, to risk 10% of your Uber to gain more. But it's like fucking Guitar Hero, where you have to like keep an eye on the notes while in the first person shooter. So you're basically multitasking, and if you get really fucking good at it, you get twice the amount of Uber. So let's say you press R and you have a risk to sacrifice 10%. You do the little number thingies, and then bam, you got 20. Which might sound good, but the more Uber you risk, the more harder it gets. And yes, you can have it where you have 2 individual Ubers that you can play at the same time. But here's the issue. You gotta multitask. And you physically cannot move when you do this. So yeah, it could be really fucking powerful. Like, imagine this in Man vs. Machine. All right, you're chilling, you're in casual or Man vs. Machine. You have to get away from the battlefield, and you do this. Okay, perfect. You got 2 Ubers. Issue: you die, you lose it. Issue: have a shitty push, they can easily devoid you. It's a high risk, high reward, and I wanted to give the medic something. Also, the fact that I think also his melee would also basically everything in his toolkit can help with his job, but you can actually still attack. Like, battle medic is possible. Alright, sniper. Well, the more I think about it, the more fucking easy he is to do. We can literally keep him just the same and then give him advanced movement. Because in Team Fortress 2, the main issue with Sniper is that he's unfair to... Well, not unfair. He's really hard to master and everything else. But it's just unfun to die to him. Like it is with every character. Everyone gets pissed when you die to something except for maybe the loose cannon. But aside from that, everyone's going to get pissed at you. Oh, you managed to shoot me halfway across the map while I was tripping. You fucking bastard. Sniper is one of those classes, and no matter what game you're picking, you're either a bitch or everyone fucking hates you, no matter the skill cap. That's honestly why a lot of people drop him, because they don't know how to hit heads. I'm okay at him, but yeah, alright. So Sniper, how, what, when, where? So advanced movement, we all know that whole shit bang and all of that fun. But what would he kind of have? Well, we can kind of guess what the others would have. Like, oh yeah, well, heavy minigun, shotgun, and then, you know, fist, and sandwich, just in case you actually have a second to stand still. But like sniper rifle, pistol, light like M90, like what else? Is he just those in a melee? Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, like all the other classes, because Titans exist, he can have explosives and all that, like everyone else. But I think I might just keep him the same, because he is really fucking hard to master. And here's another good question while I'm at it. Can everyone headshot? If everyone can headshot, this changes fucking everything. Not really. I'm not like gameplay and what they have. More like, how would Sniper work? Because every other class then would also be able to counter him just as easy he can counter them. But, yeah. But maybe only Sniper's headshots crits, while everyone else is mini crits. I'm thinking that's how I would do it. So yeah, Snipers would be the easiest to headshot, and everyone else would be okay, but still, Sniper would be the king of sniping. And because it would be maps like Payload and things like that, you have chances where people are actually forced to be in a tiny little area, which would make it even more intense when you go against someone called fucking Demo Knight. Yes, I think Sniper, there wouldn't be too much with him that would be different from Team Fortress 2, except now he has advanced movements, grenade, and bear traps. That's about it. Like, yeah, like we could have the melee system like everyone else, where you can throw your melee, block with your melee, and slash. So, you know, it's more than just swing, 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 and random hit detection fucks you over because source spaghetti. Or we can have the secondaries like, oh, if you have a specific perk, you could dual wield it and everything else. But I'm like, I could go on and on about things that would be cool with him. But the baseline of him is that he's just Sniper from Team Fortress 2 with advanced movement. Like every other class. And I'm pretty sure people wouldn't bitch as much with him. And a lot of people would honestly try to no-scope with him all the time. So, yeah, sorry that I don't got that much to say. Like some of the other ones. Like, Engineer's really interesting. And also spy will be, but sniper and scout and heavy, you can kind of guess how they would work. Spy is the hard one. But yeah, I think that's about how he would work. Maybe in the Titan section I should do the kill streaks as well. Whatever. But yeah, spy isn't that, sniper, he's just kind of simple. Yeah, I'm keeping the bloopers in. This is my first video. Well, technically second, but yeah, I'm happy with this. Stop. Go. Alright, the spy from Team Fortress 2 mixed with the titanfall. This is actually really interesting because this isn't just sniper where you don't really have to change much because now it's a risk to stand still and scope. Now it's more of harder if you don't do him right, because he's already kind of iffy, because once you know how to do him, he sucks. Well, not really, because if you know how to time him right, he can absolutely kick ass. Especially with control points and things like that, places where they're meant to meet and have a giant warfare, he can kind of benefit there. By the way, this is now going to be a running gag. It's my necklace. I don't care if you think it's annoying. I think it's funny. Welcome to my ASMR video. Alright, but serious. What would Spy have? Well, of course, you'd have the normal progression and everything else. His Titans would be interesting, but we're going to get to that later, like I said. So himself. It's cool, but I don't know how to pronounce. Actually, no, I know exactly how to fucking say it. So you had a revolver, the sapper, but now the sapper can sap other guns. So basically, you know that little reload animation that I was saying, like Gears of War? That, but you have to basically nail it perfectly, and then it just removes it. If not, then you get a slow reload, or your gun will jam. So, yeah, you have to actually do the game this time. And the knife just skips the execution animation and just insta-kills. So you're not a walking, please kill me, I just executed this man, and he's loud as fuck. No, he's silent, like at most you can hear this. I am fucking dead. But yeah, that would be an issue. And well, so you could chain stab. He has a little teleporter, a grenade, and his revolver, and he deals increased damage from behind. So yeah, if you're behind him, he can shoot you for mini crits, and he can headshot like sniper. But difference to sniper is he gets a damage ramp up the closer he is, while sniper gets a damage decrease the closer you are to him. So getting a headshot up close with spy from behind, if you know you can't reach up to him because of the team, you could, it gives you more flexibility. But yeah, I think that would be his little gimmick. And he can disguise and everything else, especially because of how fast-paced it is. It would be more confusing. Think about it. You're dashing around with your homies, and then one of them dies. You quickly panic and turn, and he's just fucking gone. You see a teammate looking around, doing fake shots, because now spies can shoot while disguised. It just won't deal damage. And you can pull out a disguise once you press B again. So it makes it where the B button gives you in and out, so you can get with your disguise more. Sorry, I needed a yawn. But yeah, I was thinking Spy would be more deceivish, and he gets an on-demand teleporter. I think that would make him work a lot better in this habitat, and allow him to kind of be the spicy, if you don't know what I mean. That's basically what I'm saying, because he is the that class that's like, I'm not perfect in every scenario, like Sniper. I'm not perfect in every scenario, but when I shine, I fucking shine, because he's a specialist. So, yeah, that's how I think Spy would work in this scenario. Well, technically both work. They're both specialists, especially because advanced movement, if you have too many snipers, you'll just get fucking steamrolled. Doesn't matter if you could quickscope, they can make the distance. So, you know, snipers are now no longer a pain in the fucking ass. And everyone can headshot. And explosives would be really fucking good because fucking explode and jumping exist. So yeah, that's what I think. And I think I like this. Ronin. This Titan, this big motherfucker. So, we all know the Titans. That's kind of an crucial point, especially because you can choose them separate from the actual 9. So it's kind of, man, that's kind of interesting. So you have like 2 Titans, two classes, technically. You have your class, and then your Titan class, which could be 2 different, which could make it really fun, especially playing Spy. And like Sniper and Spy, just swapping them out between, like, oh, guess what, I'm a Spy, I get my Titan, I plop behind the field. No, okay, whatever, I'm getting sidetracked. Ronin is the scout motherfucker. Yeah, he's the scout one. I don't think that's how hard. He literally has a shotgun and a sword, and he is the fastest Titan. I don't know what's hard about this part. And what I think this is the perfect scout Titan. You could probably maybe argue Spy because of the sword, but no, and maybe Demo Knight, but like I guess those are like 2 alternatives, but it's not his main gimmick. His main gimmick is he's fast and he has a shotgun. So I have a feeling, this is my personal opinion, if another one, go talk it down below, and I might read it, as in I'll probably put it in a Google Reader, and then, text to speech, and then I respond accordingly. But Ronin is that up close dodge and deals heavy damage, just like Scout. He is up close in your face, but he can somehow dodge all your bullets, and he fucks you up. And if you're wondering about the dog in the back, it's just because he has an ear issue, and we're trying to fix it, but you might hear him in the back. Okay. But yeah, that's Ronin. That's Ronin, in my opinion. He's the best scout. Like, come on. It's Ronin. He's literally the scout. If he was put into Titanfall. Except of a bat, he has a sword, though. And he can't throw cum, which means immediate F tier. But, like... But, yeah. But would I give the Titans any more tricks? Oh, absolutely, I would give Titans more tricks. But... I'm not really sure. I think how they are is honestly fine. I might give them some, like, maybe the ability to hover a little bit. But, like, I don't know. How they all 8 are, and including bonus 9 one that I'll add, you'll see why I'm probably just going to leave them the exact same. Because I don't see no purpose. I guess the point of the mercs, adding tweaks. But to us, I don't see a point. But, yeah. Ronin's just scout. By the way, all the mercs can choose any Titan. Same, vice versa. Which means if you're heavy, you're probably going to choose the Scout Titan. And if you're and if you're someone like Demo, you might choose the Soldier Titan, and vice versa. And you can do a lot of cool combos. I don't know. One thing I have been thinking of, though, is like maybe instead of a Titan, there's like 3 stages of Titan that you can choose. One is easier to charge than the others. Because you do have kill streaks, and your final kill streak, the 4th one, is your Titan. So, like, with Ronin, this is probably the best time to talk with it. Maybe there's, like, if you choose that Scout-specific one, you get their Super Suit, which only that class can get. So it's like, okay, Ronin's Super Suit, only Scout can get. And, you know, like, Transformers, where they, like, shrink down in, like, the new movie? Yeah, that one. It's probably something more like that. And what this allows is, like, there's still a reason to choose double of the same Titan. There still is, but now you can have a quicker version that increases their strength. But with the downside is you're no longer a bit buff Titan. You're just a stronger little guy. So you're equivalent of the Juggernaut kill streak. And if you could stack the 2, that'd actually be pretty insane, but pretty hard to pull off. But yeah, no, I think Ronin's the Scout Titan. Rumbling! Hello, Tom and Jerry Titan, the funny cat, the funny giant guy. I think he would fit the best for Soldier. 1, he's a fucking explosive type. 2, it's all about his explosives. And 3, he's addicted to explosives, and they all look like rockets. Like, come on. That is the most soldier thing I've heard. The shield, you could argue heavy, but when you realize the other one later, no. Tom is soldier Titan. Rum. Gosh darn it. Don't judge me, I like Attack on Titan. You don't understand, you've watched this long. This is like, holy fuck. This video's 2 hours long? Shit. Well, anyways, the whole point of this, I think I know why. I think you know why he fits. He's the explosive guy. Pew, pew, pew. Everything goes kablooey and everything's now dead. And just like all the other Titans, everyone hates every single one. There's not one Titan that no one dislikes. So yeah, he fits perfectly. And he also fits Soldier's aesthetic. Give him the ability to rocket jump, and that sounds really fun. You just see the Titan just rocket jump at Mark 20 with a basically harpoon gun, but instead it shoots missiles. It looks like a fucking harpoon gun, okay? Actually, more like a weird Tesla spinning the Tesla coil thing. Either or, it fits Soldier, and it feels like something an American would want to put into battle. So yeah. Or a redneck. Scorch. I don't think it's that hard. He shoots fire. It's pyro. Come on, it's pyro. He's like, some people just want to watch the wood burn, and everything will burn slowly. It's pyro. It's literally pyro. I guess you can kind of fight Demo because of the arc of the explosives, but I mean of the Molotovs. But no. This is pyro. It is fire. It is watch everything burn. He has a freaking as one of his. He has it again. The grenade launcher, the fire shield. Yeah, he is Pyro from Team Fortress 2, but instead got a Dragon's Fury and got some health from the heavy. That is literally Scorch in a nutshell. You could add some cool little mechanic, like all of them have some movement tech. Like, again, you have the Scout one with his teleportation, the Soldier one that could rocket jump. This one, him jumping probably wouldn't be as far. It'd probably be equivalent to a squirt shot jump or a detonator, but still. I don't know, like, what else to say, because these Titans are very simple when you think about it, because I'm not really changing anything. It's mostly the little people that had to change, because, you know, they are going into an Attack on Titan environment, not the vice versa. And if it was vice versa, then I have to make a lot of changes to both of them. So, yeah. Yeah, Pyro is Scorch. Alright, Monarch. This might sound weird, but I think he fits perfectly for Demo. If you also notice this, I'm putting this in class order. But Monarch fits Demo. More Islander Demo, but he has the explosive for the stickies, but I can see your confusion. Because I'm not making up, I have another made-up one in the future for another one. But how does Monarch work? Well, one, we're going to compare this to Islander Demo. They're both weaker at first. Can they hold their own still? Absolutely. But here's the thing. One, you need batteries to get stronger, and the other one, you take heads. And every single battery you put into it, you get upgraded. And also every time you activate your ability, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not 100% sure on that second part with him. I don't use Monarch that often. And as you know, I'm playing more Team Fortress 2. Now I'm playing more Garden Warfare, but that's the point. Monarch feels like the Islander Demo. At first, he's the weakest, just like the Islander Demo. Then you put like 2 cores into him or kill 2 people. Now you're starting to get somewhere. Now you're feeling like, oh, now I'm a little better than you. Get 4 in. I'm the real king here, you fools, you mortals. You are all peasants! And then you die halfway across the map to a Scorch or a Sniper or whatever the fuck kills you. Just like a real Demo night. But yeah, I think he fits more because of the battery and the ability to start out weaker but become really fucking powerful. And he's one of the only few that I feel like that connection would work with. And remember, as any class, you can equip any Titan. This is just like their counterpart with them. Yeah. So I feel like Monarch is a demo Titan. And who knows, maybe like you can have them where they can exchange different primaries. So you could give them a grenade launcher that way. Yeah. Legion, Legion, Legion. The tank, it's literally their heavy weapons guy. I don't know what's so complicated. I'm insulting your intelligence. I don't think you don't know who's in charge here. I own the video now. Wait, what? The fuck you mean they left? Yeah, John, the fuck you mean? We're just talking about a Titan with a minigun. Yeah? Well, shit. Apparently, I have to treat y'all nicely. Nice cock. Alright. Yes, I've passed the test. He is here. Alright. But Legion is literally their heavy weapons guy. They both... Okay, let's look at the simulators between Heavy and Legion. Minigun. Tanky as shit. Destroys people in 0.5 milliseconds. Gets hard countered by getting focus fired. Basically the same thing. The only difference, one has a funny shield and a shotgun ability, and the other one has a minigun and a sandwich that will recover their full health and a shotgun. Yeah. But yeah, I think this one is Heavy's. I know, no questions down. He's also the guy from Overwatch. I got you in my sights. Oh look, everyone's dead. I didn't even hold my controller. I'm kidding. You have to actually click the fire button. I only held my mouse. Masker me, masker mine, masker... But yeah, Legion is heavy weapons guy. I like that. He is the Heavy's Titan. I think that fits the most. Alright, Sparky. Sparky, as you know, is a made-up one. I made him up myself. Or, you know, his inspiration. The name is based off of Clash of Clans, which is based off the worst card in that game. But, this is the Engineer Titan. Titan? Well, technically, in a weird way... Giant funny robot. So the Titan, the robot. This robot is the Engineers, as I've already said. How does this work, though? The Engineer robot is the one that gets stronger over time, but not like demos. Demos, you don't need to steal batteries and eject, get all the power. How it does is if it's left alone. So how does it work is he builds giant-ass turrets. He has the equivalent of, like, you know, like a shotgun, things like that. Is he able to hold his own? He can do it okay. Is he going to be like, I'm invincible? No. Does he get damage bonus from his buildings? Yes. So, if he's able to place down his buildings, he is set. He has 2 buildings. One is a giant turret. Duh. And it's so big that people can actually get batteries from them. So, demos are going to have a field day with them. So if you don't well protect them or just plop them wherever, they're just going to benefit the team because that's free batteries and free health. But if played right, it is a huge menace. It's like a sentry placement. It's either really good or really shit. Or okay. But most times it's just going to be okay. Especially because these maps are bigger to accentuate the Titans and kill streaks and everything else. But yeah, there's that. And here's the second one. The second one is, I think, would be really cool. It's a little machine that summons robots. Originally, I was going to make that a sentry thing for him. Well, you still can. But this one would be like those darn, and then they shoot the little kamehamehas, if you know what I'm talking about. I would need to find an image of them. But they scream at you and shoot things. It would spawn those guys. So he would also have some units. Either that or it's a type of crit thing, where as long as you're in its little bubble, you deal extra damage. One of those two. I'm not very positive on the buildings that this one would cause, but I think I would be down with him being more of an engineer-based Titan, where it's one that repairs, and well, not really repair. I'm not talking like the fucker from Overwatch that just I'm fucking immortal, turns into a Gatling. No, I'm talking about like if he gets his buildings up and he works with his buildings, he's really fucking OP. As in with his building. But if he's separated, he's like a spy, just dead weight. Kinda. So basically, his primary weapon is the equivalent of a pistol. It's not terrible, but it's not great. He can deal with things like the Scout Titan and like the weaker end, lower health Titans. But if you have like a Legion or a fucking, you know, anything else, eh. But yeah, that's Sparky. I'm really proud of this one. Iron. I-O-N. That motherfucker. That's probably not on the screen. Anyways, I'll put him on it. Fuck it. You hear that editing me? Here we go. So iron. I feel like a retard because I don't know how you exactly. I-O-N. I'm not gonna call him that the whole time. No, what? Iron. No, what? Fuck. Keeping all that in. I'm lazy. Iron is his name now. Iron is literally the medic. Well, the closest thing we can get to a medic without custom making a new one. But then this one would be put to waste. And as we all know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So he would be the medic, and maybe give him like all the classes, give him maybe like a couple of weapons that the Titans could switch in between. Give them like their 3 perks stuff. Maybe you can make it more like a Black Ops 2 perk system. But the whole point of Ion is he is the more medical, supportive one that every now and then does a fucking death laser. That's Iron. That feels like him in a nutshell. He is that. He is him. Dun 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 dun. But yeah, Iron medic. I don't think that's that hard. He's the only one that can really heal shields or do anything supportive towards the Titans. So, yeah. He is, support. North Star. North Star is the equivalent of a sniper. Like, he's literally sniper. Like, sniper, he's cut and dry and simple. And as we all know, maybe, like, I don't know, his alternate weapon could be an SMG. But I'm not thinking about it too much because, again, he's literally just the sniper. He can place traps, he can charge up. We all know how a North Star works. If not, he's literally think sniper, but if he was a Titan. That's literally what he is. Not even kidding. He has a primary weapon that charges up and shoots. The only thing that kind of different is the traps. You also have, like, oh, cool, he has his special ability, which is a bunch of missiles. That's the only thing that kind of throws me off. But literally, just sniper. Simple, dry. This is why I feel like he fits the Sniper Titan insanely well. So yeah, Sniper Titan, North Star, yeah. You call this resisting arrest, motherfucker? We call this a difficulty tweet! Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that down. Alright, the Cloaker. With the dramatic entrance, the Cloaker. So, he is the final Titan of this whole video, because I can't think of any more, and there's only 9 classes. And I like the tf2 style than the Overwatch style. I'd rather have 9 classes that can do many things than whatever Overwatch is. So, shit, am I that loud? Fuck. Alright, how about here? Yeah, that's better. Okay, so the whole point of this one is he is the stealth one. Like, you have the long range, the sniper, the tank, the annoying, you have everything. And even the camp. All of these jobs are important, but the main issue of all of this is one tiny, weeny, little thing. Are you ready? It's crazy. Ligma. I'm kidding. The tiny of this is compared to the spy that it cloaks. I was thinking more of the Garden Warfare Chomper, where he has more of a drill aesthetic, where he burrows underground. He can burrow, and then when he pops up, he can just like insta kill people. but you can also shoot him underground. That does double damage, so it's like a risk. Another thing is that he can go into another dimension. You know, like the Dimension Watch and what the Scout one can do, but it's more stealth based. You can do it in there longer, but you do more damage from behind. So he's basically the Chomper, but with actual range abilities. Like, I was thinking he could have like a revolver based drill, so he can drill for like not that much damage up front, but if you keep on doing consistent damage, it does huge damage. Think of like the Inferno Tower from Clash of Clans, but if you attack him from behind, that shit's like instant, and you can also take out batteries and add it to yourself. So it encourages you to go behind, and I think he should have the least amount of health. But yeah, his main weapon would be a drill that has like revolver barrels in it, and it shoots. And how it reloads, I think it would flip open and you would kind of flop it in the back. But yeah, that's that one. The reason why I didn't really go crazy on the engineer's weapon, his Titan, is because I just pictured it as a shotgun. But I see him as more of the stealth, where he's going to need to rely on his gun and his melee to kind of win fights. He's not going to be the fastest, he's going to be a medium, but his goal is to get behind you. So he has ways of getting behind you. He can drill underground, which I think would be really unique for him. He can, go into another dimension, just try to go, Shuriken! And then just be like, surprise, amigo. And then the third ability is a grappling hook. Also, I think it would be kind of cool if he was one of the smallest Titans. You can still tell he's a Titan, but he's one of the smaller ones. As in, he's like a little bit smaller. Not insanely smaller. But yeah, that's how I think Cloaker should be. Bonus shit. This is the stuff at the end that I couldn't really fit into the other two, and I'm just kind of might summarize the others, as in things that would make sense. All the mercs have all their primaries, perks, and things like that, as you know. I went more in depth. But the Titans, I didn't really went too in depth, so I'm just going to summarize it here instead of redo all that work, because I'm lazy. So here it is. Titans can have the same perks as usual. They have 2 weapons that they can switch between, and they have like the Black Ops 2 perk system. I mean, not perk, attachment system. So yeah, now the Titans have a little more versatility. Alright, now actual bonus shit. 1, Modern Warfare 3 survival mode. Old one, not new one. This allows you, so if you're just mad and want to go against bots, you have MVM, this bot mode, and it would also be cool if you added a zombie mode. Yeah, that sounds weird, but give me a minute. Okay, so the survival mode, you could combine the Modern Warfare 3 one and the Last Stand or whatever that is Titanfall 2's. But they're still good, but now you can actually upgrade the pilot and the Titan, not just the Titan or not just the pilot, because I think it's fucking stupid that you can only upgrade the Titan, and there's almost no reason to really go crazy with your pilot. Like, yes, can you be good with staying out of your Titan? Yes, but I'd like that gap to be easier. 1, because it's a mode where you upgrade yourself to go against the harder challenge. So why not both get upgraded? And make it where you, instead of just, you just start with these upgrades, you can buy them. And if you're good enough, you can get more early. Like the harder difficulties, you can get more upgrades, but the mode is harder. So yeah, that's that mode. Zombie mode, just COD zombies, but you have it like the heavy rolls mixed with a little bit of Left 4 Dead. So you have like the heavy one, he's like the tankiest common. Like you have all 9 classes that can do their basic shit. But, you know, some faster, some normal, some are engineers and demos and heavy soldiers that they won't really be in a pack. But then you'll get like the medics, the heavies, and the scouts. And those are a menace. Then you have like the special variants. But yeah, so that's that. And then you can have it where, like, you just hold your ground, and another version where you try to go through a map with a bunch of 4 buddies. I think that would make it really cool. And then after that, you have the, MVM mode. You have a wave, you buy shit to counter the wave, and then you go. And then also combined with the grenades, the kill streaks, and everything else you can upgrade, buy, and get throughout all 3 modes, I think this would make this not only really fun, but something else to do, aside from just the campaign and stuff like that. Well, that's it. Except I lied. Well, that is kind of all when it comes to the 3 modes. But yeah, basically there's that, those 3. You have the zombies mode, Modern Warfare 3 survival, and MVM. So yeah, those 3. And something else that I think would be kind of cool for the bonus mode is, like, again, special achievements and special, like, gun attachments or cosmetics related to those said modes. But again, I don't want it breaking the art style, but you know what I mean. Like, oh, you killed 50 zombies, you get a head that you can put out the edge of your gun. Why not? So it still fits its more darker edge tone, or more serious tone, and the mercs can even have, like, dialogue throughout the unique modes. Like, one more wave? Man, this is fun. Zombie mode, I hate zombies. And then we all know what you'd say for MVM. I hate robots. Little giant. You know, so it actually feels complete. But yeah, now this is actually it. Hello, this is the end of the video. This was a 2-month project, and this is the first video. Yes, there's the SFM one, but I'm trying to learn SFM. But my point is, first ever video. This is the end of it. I'm really proud of this project, and I put my heart and soul into it. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Oh, and also hit that like and subscribe button. I need views!